Evening. Hello. Here we are, Infinity GT Manufacturers Series Season 8 Race of Champions event, where we see the 3 leagues combined, where the top 4 drivers from each of the leagues, manufacturers as well, battling it out for one night only, 2 30-minute races, 10-minute qualifying, but different cars to what they're used to, apart from David Wilson, who knows the Mustang quite well. So he might have a bit of an advantage there in the Mustang. He may not. I may be talking absolute rubbish, but welcome. I'm Idle 4 Gaming, and I've done a Champions event a while ago. This is my first live stream for like near enough a year. Been doing a lot of replays. 2 half-an-hour races this evening. The first one being the Ford Focus RS18 around Brands Hatch GP, and then the second race we are in the Mustang GR3 around Mount Panorama. Now I'm wondering, because the Focus RS18, they are using the sports tyres, not the racing tyres, that's correct, the sports tyres. Are they going to be using them tyres for the Mustang as well? Be interested. The GR3 car with sports tyres, or could it be racing? I think it may be sports. In a minute, I'll go through who come where in each of the leagues, and then we'll talk about the cars itself, and then we'll do sort of like an onboard lap or two with a car, so we get the drift of the track. Brands Hatch GP, everyone knows Brands Hatch GP. It's in Kent, it's in England. It's been around for many, many years. Mount Panorama as well, aka Bathurst, from back in, it used to be called Bathurst in my eyes, but it's Mount Panorama. Fuel and tyres. Now then, an interesting one, which I found, I thought they would have increased it a bit more than what they have from the season itself, because with these sports soft tyres, sports medium, sports hards, it's up to them what they want to use. It's their choice, but they got to run 2 mandatory anyway, out hot and in. They could do it for a lap, do it for 2 laps. It's completely up to them. If I go, just quickly get this up for you a moment. I should have had it. So tyres times 5 could degrade quite massively. Depends how much they push this car. As you see there for from Toby, and Scotty's gone off track as well. So little moments like that, it's going to wear the tyres out even more. Fuel times 3 might be alright, but some may opt to save fuel. That's renowned in the Infinity series. A lot of people have done it for quite a long time, and they may opt to just save as much fuel as possible and change the tyres if they can get that far. Completely up to them. Now going to who come where and so on and so on. I've got it all ready. Yes, I am ready. I've got my head on this evening. League 1, League 2, League 3. We've got drivers, got the manufacturers. So League 1, the winner of League 1 was Tommy Concrete. Tommy Concrete is there. He's currently leading the practice session at the minute. He finished with 199 points in League 1. Second was Dark Clark. Dark Clark there down in that 6th position. He's there. And then third was Fubiki, currently the room host. I don't know where Fubiki is. He may be in the pits. Yeah, he's in the pits there. So Fubiki came third. Then we have Toby, who's currently sitting in second, who came 4th with 144. There's a reserve driver, which is Total Rose. So if a driver doesn't turn up, which I think they're all here anyway, he could jump in if he wishes. Manufacturer side was Tommy Concrete and Toby, but I noticed on the back of their car, and you can see on the front on the bonnet as well, is they got like champions, like team champions, and if you look on Tommy Concrete on the rear on his bumper, he's got champion. So yeah, just making you aware that they are champions, and they're not to, they're going to try their best, but it's individual this evening. It's not like a team thing. It's individual who can become that champion at the Infinity series. So yeah, they were running in see this thing, they were running Alfa Romeo by the looks of it. They come top 317, so they ran Alfa Romeo. League 2, I done a race or 2. I did do a lot, wasn't fully committed, that's on my part, but winning the league. Now, Faithless Emo, he was leading the way, but he went to a concert, I think, and he lost out on the title in League 2, and he ended up in P4. So just that one night, yeah, real life comes first, I know that, but I just thought I'd get that in there. So he, in the end, come 4th. So who won that was Too Fast for Yous. I don't know where he is. Is he here? I don't know. I can't see him unless I'm blind. He's there. He's in 5th. He won the championship. Now Mutt, who's currently sitting in 7th, was only 2 points behind with 151 points. Too Fast for Yous won it by 2 points, 153. Third was Scotty. Now Scotty, I don't know where Scotty's there, so I think it's quite early in the morning for him. He came to third. And if we go out, sorry about flicking through, you can't plug the keyboard in for some reason, I don't know why. So he comes third with 147. Faithless Emo, like I said, he was leading, but he ended up 4th. Now the manufacturer side of things for League 2 was actually won by Gazoo, which is Faithless Emo and Too Fast for Yous. So they won the manufacturer side of it. So League 3, I done the commentary for League 3 throughout the season. Missed one race because the lag or whatnot. But anyway, let's not go on about that. Who won that was Big Giggy Bafoo, but he was Big Kev. I don't know if I flicked through the square or something, it changes the name, but he won it. He's there currently sitting in 6th, 177 points. David Wilson, He was only 19 behind. He for me, he had a few races throughout the season where at the start of the race it all went wrong. So like the first couple of corners, he qualified in say like P2 or 3, and then come the end of that lap or midway through, he'll be in last. So it happened a few times in a few races, and I think that just hampered him to get that title. But it was close. I mean, everyone in that league gave really close racing, and it was action packed. So David Wilson got P2. Big Kev, which is Giggy there, he's the championship winner from that. Rob Smith, he ran the McLaren. If I can see where Rob is, he is, as I'm blind, yeah, he's currently sitting in P5, yeah, but he actually come third in League 3 with 134 points. B rated. He won a race throughout the season as well, in the Porsche. I just think personally that the GR4, even though it was OP on fuel and tyres, it just lacked that bit of top end from the GR4. And the winners of the League 3 manufacturers was Toyota. So that car was pretty OP throughout the league, but the Alpha took it in League 1, which is very, very, very interesting and surprising, to be honest with you. Now, Brands Hatch GP in Kent. It's not a very long track, but it's hosted a lot of races over the years. It's hosted like the Formula 1. It's doing the BTCC still to this day. I think it does the British Superbikes as well and stuff like that. So easy to go off around here. Concentration to the max. You got the sport soft tyres or medium or hard. Their choice. I think it's just soft and medium, maybe. That's how it was ran in the actual league itself. So maybe just soft and medium. So it's all about keeping on the grey stuff, because once you go off around Brands Hatch and you clip that green stuff, the car tends to spin around never so easy. Qualification will start at 9, last around about 10 minutes. So it's all about focusing, and you know, if you want to go for that champion title, then it's all about just keeping on the great stuff and try and do minimal errors. And yeah, let's have some close racing. Ideal car, the Focus RS18. Yeah, it's they haven't used it. They've tested because they knew the car for a few days now. So where they were used to like the Toyotas or the McLarens, etc., it's like adapting. But as I said previously, the Mustang for David Wilson, who is there, he used that in League 3. Now he may have an advantage, he may not, I don't know. I may be talking complete nonsense. But Brands Hatch GP has hosted a variety of events, GT World Challenge, a NASCAR. Then it's done a BSB, BTCC, British GT, TCR UK. It's done Formula 1, European Grand Prix as well, the World Touring Car Championship, the WTCC. Used to do that for 2006, 2010, so short and sweet. DTM, a variety of sports cars have been there and raced around there. 2.433 miles long. That's the GP layout, and the race lap record is a 1 minute 12.276 apparently. Adam Carroll back in 2009, A1 GP Ferrari, whatever that may be. So yeah, that's Brands Hatch. This will be our first race. Next race, I'll talk about it in the interval. They'll have like a 5-10 minute break just to get a drink and whatnot, have a cigarette or get a bite to eat. I'll get up the chat a moment, don't like being rude, just say hello. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. That 10. The weather look, yeah, the weather looks dull, it's foggy, it's damp in places, but it's not. It's just how it is in the early morning by the looks of it. It looks like it's early morning, so grit levels ain't going to be there. They got to warm up the tyres to a temperature they're happy with. Now 10 minutes qualification in at the beginning, and then we head on to a 30-minute race. So like I said previously, mandatory tyres, you got to run them. You know, if you don't run them, they'll disqualify you. That's just how it is. Penalties within the game as well, not like the old GT Sport where you slow down and then it automatically gets sorry, you get rid of it yourself. This game, you get to that penalty marker and it just gets rid of it yourself, so there's no worries about that. As you see there, Marshall with that 0.5 second penalty above his car. When he gets to that penalty marker, as we'll see, it will just ghost the car, get rid of that penalty. I'll do some different cameras as well. I can't do instant replays, that's not implemented within the game yet. You see that yellow line there? You're forced to decelerate, but you don't have to decelerate, it does it for you. As we see now, liveries as well, some smashing liveries out there this evening. So yeah, there you go, he's now getting rid of that penalty, slows the car down and off you go again. But you don't want to do that in qualification, you want to try and get up there to P1 as you can, but then I don't think many want that. Take it easy around Paddock, you know, Paddock Hill, almost a short run to turn number 1. Biggie there running off track. Scotty, almost hit into Scotty, just take a point in action. So yeah, too fast for use. Where is there he is there. There's the guy that obviously lost the championship title in League 2. But hey, do it again in Season 9 when Season 9 comes, you know. Lovely jubbly. But we haven't got too long to go now. We've got like a minute to qualifying. So I think it's just it's getting ready now, to be honest with you. Abu Dubai on the side of that car, Fubiki. He has got some characters on his car. Marshall, he always does like the NASCAR study effect liveries on his cars. Toby there just kissing the barrier, saying nice to meet you this evening. Hopefully I won't see you throughout the first race. Idleful Gaming, appreciate that. Across the car, there's Scotty there in his it's all like similar to like NASCAR, or is it the V8s, the V8 supercars, Hot Wheels. Too fast for you, plain and simple. Anyway, qualification. So then, I do blabber on. If I talk too much, just say quiet. But that's just me. I just like rambling on and just try and keep people like entertained. And I'm not your smokers or your CJWs. I'm just me. I do it because I enjoy it, and I was given the opportunity, and I thought, yeah, why not? You know, why not? Let's go for it. Anyway, here we go. So, green tick in. I can't green tick in, because if I green tick in, I'll be racing, but I don't want to race. Anyway, I want to do commentary. Get back into it. All right, 10 minutes qualification. Who's going to grab that pole? Don't know. Not sure. It's a tricky one. Here we go. Good luck, people. 10 minutes. 10 minutes qualification ahead of them. So Fubiki's opted for the medium, which is interesting. And it looks like the rest of them have opted for the sport soft. So yeah, the majority. Everyone's not entered yet. I think Fubiki just waiting for everyone to enter, and when everyone enters, they can just go out. Because normally people get stuck in the lobby, but we don't want that. We're just waiting. You got the pit guys there. Say, come on. I don't know what he's looking at. The one with the sunglasses on. I haven't got a clue. I don't know what he's looking at. He's had enough already. Hand on the hip. It's like, yeah, I've had enough. Looks like he's on the phone there. That guy in the green at the back. But he's not. I don't know what's going on. Someone's left the room. A bit of a delay at a minute, so apologies for this. So I don't know what they're staring at. There's some beef between the pit wall guys and the guys in the pit. Looks like it. They're just psyching each other out in a minute. Yes, team battles and all. But it's not teams, it's actual individual. Everyone's leaving the room. What's going on? Everyone's leaving the room. Vickers left the room. Oh, I think the room's messed up. Now, normally what you find with that, because people on PS4, if they exit and then come back in, normally it settles something. I don't know. But the issues within the game itself wasn't as bad as what it was previously when it first came out. It's got better, but it just seems to be. I'm just waiting for the room to come back up. So if you're watching, I do apologise. We had a bit of a room issue, so just resetting the lobby. Room's back up now. So yeah, there's something to do with PS4. If you're on PS4, you like exit, but not actually exit the room and then green tip back in and it settles it apparently, or I think you got to go out, come back in. I don't know. So yeah, it might be qualification again, because I don't think you can set grid at the minute. I think you can only set grid as you might actually, yeah, you could do that actually, yeah. Set grid by host and then start the race, as long as he's got all the positions of where people was. But no, they didn't run qualification. What am I talking about? Wake up. God. And then all get to me head. But yeah, qualification didn't happen, Darren. Wakey. Yeah, I had a tough night last night. I didn't sleep well. I'm tired now. I must have had like an hour. Don't know what's going on. Old age maybe. But anyway, I think just waiting for all the cars to get in, because a few people had issues trying to get into the qualification itself. It didn't let them get into qualification. While we wait for that, we'll just have a look at Scotty for the minute. Let's go. Can't we go in car? Why does it not give you the in-car option? No, that's a bit weird. Alright, Scott's got to get off track. So Scott getting off track. Just waiting. So yeah, apologies for delay. Bear with us. Won't be too long. But yeah, I started commentary, near enough, I think it was 18 months ago, something like that. Got a bit unwell and just wanted to find something to do. Done the commentary, but I felt it got a bit too much. I was doing a bit too much, and then I gave it a bit of a break for about 11 months. Started redoing the replays, and yeah, I'm here now, back at the lives. Hi James, alright mate, I've gave enough detail as possible, as much as I could anyway. I just want to confirm, the Mustang, is it the sports tyres as well, or is that racing? You just confirmed that, so I wasn't sure. Vicar in his green mobile, he was the manufacturer's champion. So we're just waiting a minute. Just waiting. Sports tyres. Yeah, sports tyres. Interested in a GR3. That's going to be interesting. I look forward to that. I'm just waiting for this qualification to get underway. Sports tyres. Wow. That's going to be fascinating. Different liveries. There's a plain one there from Toby, but he did have a livery, so I don't know what's going on with the room. It's not showing. Yeah, so 4 minutes we go. You see it there, 3:55, and then once it hits 4 minutes, they go out the pits. Evening, Dave. Evening, Faithless as well. Hope everyone's well. Hello to the viewers. Now qualification. We're getting underway now. I need to go out car. Better like this. Yeah. GR3. I just thought it was a bit like interesting. Sports tyres. Because you know with sports tyres they like to slide around everywhere. So it'd be interesting around Mount Panorama, with the sports tyres, but I'm looking forward to that one as well. 10 minutes qualification underway. Who can grab that pole? We'll wait and see. They're all coming out. Basically, this is like a warm-up lap, just to get heat into the tyres. Because they do take a little bit of time to warm up these sports tyres. Sorry about flicking through. I can't connect the keyboard, won't allow me. P9. Little bit glitching there from Marshall, but that should settle once the race gets underway. Fubiki's out as well. Scotty B rated. P1 Rob and Vicar to the rear. Tommy Concrete will be the first one to start his hot lap. They don't want to run it too wide. Toby did a little bit there, but got it back together, and he's back on the grey stuff. Raw Mailmobile there. Where's my letters? David? Dark Clock. Just keep on that grey stuff, lads. All you got to do. Slipstream. Will that be effective, do you think? Maybe. But anyway, let's go to Tommy Concrete. Now he will be the first one to start the hot lap. So while we are waiting for Tommy Concrete, we are going to do sort of like I can't do an onboard, I'll do bonnet at the minute. So around Paddock Hill Bend, obviously drop round Paddock Hill Bend, then we got Hayward's Hill there, then we've got Druids, this right hairpin here, and then we've got Graham Hill drop down a little hill, and then we've got Graham Hill Bend, the left, and then along this little bit of a straight, then left-hander Surtees, the back straight. So a bit difficult, bit tricky, missing the apex, but maybe that's how you got to do it. Surtees now, we're going along, the dip down a little bit, and then we go to Pilgrim's Drop, and then we go right into Hawthorne's Hill. Keep it nice and tight, yeah, which he's doing. He's the champ, not me. Hawthorne's in the middle, Durham into straight this, then we go into Westville, clip there, Dingledale, come up to Dingledale now, then we got the Sheen Curve, always a place to go off if you get it wrong. Sheen Curve there, Sterling's now this left-hander, now, and then we go on to Clearways, through the trees, see the sun and that in like the daytime. That's why they call it Clearways. And Clark Curve, this right-hander here, then we go on to Brabham Straight, to the start-finish line, and that's the first hot lap there from Tommy Concrete. Gives you a bit of a guide of the track as well. He has done a 1:36.589. Can David Wilson beat that? Nope, he's a bit down on that lap time. Toby, so Dark Clock, 8 tenths behind there. Faithless Amo up to third. Bigger Buffoon fourth. Someone off track there who was at Dark Clock. They're all going off track. Faithless Emo as well. Almost kisses that barrier, but just missed it. Marshall up to fifth. David Wilson sixth. Too fast for Hughes. He's in the seventh. Eighth. Toby in 10th, so struggling at the minute. B rated, going backwards around the track. No, he's not. He's done what Faithless Amo did, lost it on Paddock. Fubiki 12th with Scotty in 13th, and then P1 Rob in 14th position. Tommy Concrete leading them away in qualification. Can Dark Clark close that gap? Because he has got David Wilson behind. Now David Wilson will be picking up that slipstream. Has Tommy Concrete improved on his lap time? He has. He's purple. Will Dark Clark be purple? Dark Clark coming up now. David Wilson in that slipstream, so it'd be interesting to see what his sector time is like. Is he going to be purple or blue? Do we think? It looks like he's lost a bit. He's red. Lost 6 seconds somewhere. I don't know where. But too fast for Hughes is sitting behind Dave Wilson, so he's getting that slipstream as well. Now, can he benefit from this? And the right-hander now, going on the start-finish straight. Can he improve on his lap time? 33. He's up to the start-finish line now. He may have improved a bit. He has indeed. He's up to fourth. So Dark Clock there, drifting that car around Paddock. Lovely. Fubuki there, Buffoon, he's in 6th, Emo in 8th, Marshall, I think he's on the pad, he's in 9th, David Wilson's actually dropped down to 10th, Mutt 12th, just about how much practice he got in prior to the event. Maybe some haven't done a lot. Be rated 7 seconds down on the sports soft. I think Fubuki did go on to the, I think he went on to, he switched to sports soft in the end, so he's trying to push it. So yeah, look at that, a second behind Tommy Concrete. So Tommy Concrete stamping his authority at the minute. So come on Ed, but always different in the race, you know. That's where the strategy is going to come into effect. Who's going to do what? A little bit wide there, kicking up the dust. I mean, he's coming round now to the final corner. Toby didn't improve. Oh, Buffoon there, not enjoying this Focus RS. And then we've got Dave Wilson, too fast for you, drifting. These cars are drifting. But if you look at the tyre wear already, 10 minutes in qualification, I mean, it's quite minimal. But they still got to do that mandatory by changing the tyres. Scotty, trying to get the grips of the car like they all are. He's currently sitting in 7th position. Can he improve on his time? David Wilson up to 8th. So he's improved. Can Scotty improve on his lap? He has indeed. 2 attempts there. So he's still in 7th though. We have not got long to go now. So we've got around about 3 minutes left of this, I would say. So 2 laps. 2 laps, penultimate lap. This one I would say, yeah, because they went on the 4th minute, and it's now nearly the 12th. Emo 4th, so he's the League 2 4th place. Mix it in a minute, and his teammate for League 2 was too fast for use. He's behind him in 5th. Fubuki, League 1, in 6th. Scotty 7th. So no one's improving at the minute except Tommy Concrete by the looks of it. So I'm getting no fastest lap times popping up down the bottom left. So yeah, no improvements at the minute. Buffoon there. Marshall 0.5 second penalty. Now that is going to hamper him. That will hamper him. Even though he's blue, he's going to lose it now because they just have to get rid of that penalty. B rated 12th. Still not improved. 3 seconds down from pole. I'm up there in 13th. Just being harassed now by Fubuki. Vicker in the pits had enough probably. So Fubuki there, put him to the right. Has he improved? Got a spinner off track. That's Buffoon. He's not enjoying it. We've got Marshall. Everyone's drifting around paddock. They're loving the drifting around there. So at the minute, looks like this will be the last lap. No one's sort of improved on their laps at the minute, you know. It's under a second. It's under a second now, but not a lot. But Tommy Concrete 135.861. So all points matter as well. Points for qualification, but it's like an individual battle. So they're battling each other. It's not like a team or anything like that. It's basically just a free for all. Have it out on track. David Wilson up to second, so he is improving. Normally you see him pop up bottom left. Don't know why they're not popping up. No idea. But he's up to second. Now can he challenge? Can he challenge for that pole? Or was that a big ass? Toby coming around now. Is he improved? Nothing's popping up. So I don't know why sectors ain't popping up for. Bit of a weird one. Scotty up to 4th. 1.4 seconds behind P1. Where's Tommy Concrete? Tommy Concrete going around paddock. Just had enough time maybe, or will the race start straight away? So it looks like your pole man will be, unless this gentleman here can improve on his lap time. He's improved, but he's still 9 tenths away from Tommy Concrete, and I think that is about it for qualification. 10 minutes is up. Anyone else improving? Fubiki 5th, Scotty 6th, Toby 4th, Dark Clark 3rd, Emo in 7th, 2000 Views in 8th, P1 Rob in 9th, Buffoon in 10th, Marshall in 11th, Vicar in 12th, with B Rating in 13th, and Mutt to the rear in 14th position. So tyre wear on that Focus, even though it's 15 minutes, that's interesting. Fuel's fine, so it looks like it's going to be a tyre strategy race, because the fuel is lasting. If you think it's going to be a half an hour race, no, it's just going to be changing them tyres. Like I said previously, it's mandatory, you know, you've got to change the tyres. So yeah, qualification has completed. They're all just, I'm surprised no one's doing like a burnout or anything like that, or some donuts like they normally do. Practicing their starts. Have it, Scotty. So here we go. Here we go. Spinneroonie, spin around circle. Yeah. Donut. Caramel donut. But yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Half an hour race. Who will get this perfect start? I don't know. No idea. I have no idea at all. Paddock Hill, all running down to Paddock Hill Bend together. False start check. So the 5 red lights would appear. 5 red lights. Slight little pause. Oh God. What's going on here? See this? Here we go. That's better. So down to Paddock Hill Bend. For the first time, Tommy Concrete in the lead. Sorry about that, I wouldn't switch to out car view. So Tommy Concrete in the lead, but behind we've got a gaggle of cars going into. Look, easy does it, boys. Easy does it. Nice racing, nice and tidy racing. And no comings together at the minute. They're taking it nice and easy. A little bit of tyre squirrel. Who was that? Dark Clark second. In a minute, Tommy Concrete. I'm getting confused now because they all got the same liveries. I just noticed that. So further back we go. Anything happening back here? Too Fast for Yous and Scotty battling it out. And then we have got Scotty. Got the attention of P1 Rob. Come on, switch the camera. So yeah, they're dropping down. So these rear runners here at the minute having their own little battle at this moment in time, but at the front we go, and we've got David Wilson and Toby there battling it out. David Wilson on the grass. Keep it together, Toby there. He's just oh, and then we've got Fubiki off track. Fubiki's off the track. I don't know who's off the track. He's off the track. Here we go. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Banning it out. P1 Robert there in the mix. Marshall in that prime position. Any comings together. Oh, and they're 3 abreast. If we're going to make it 4 abreast, heading to the start finish line. Here we go. Oh, too wide. I'll sit behind you. Oh, who's going to go around? Who's going to go into gravel? Wow. Now, it looked like Marshall hit off. Or was that a little bit of, I don't know. Oh, Marshall into Scotty. What is this? Destruction Derby? Well, it's all going off. And then Rob into Scotty had that. Have it. And then Emo's through. Wow. Oh, and who's that? Buffoon struggling. Race of Champions event is bringing it. The action. Yes, it looked like Marshall hit him to the pit wall. That's what it looked like. And then it just seemed to go off from there. Like a free-for-all, you know. The Tommy Concrete in the lead. We'll go back to that in a minute. Tommy Concrete in the lead. You guys carry on doing what you're doing. I'm gonna just break away and pull that gap and let you lot have your handbag fights at the rear. You know. So these 3, 4, and 5 are in a close battle. Never stay at school. Alright, Surfer. Vicar is 7th, drifting that bogey-mobile, and he's almost into the barrier. So back here is where the action was. Marshall got a little bit of a gap, but Fubiki is following. The guy, unfortunately, what suffered the most from that, by the looks of it, is Scotty in P14. Now, will he go the long game? Are these guys overusing their tyres? Maybe so. Buffoon to the inside there of Emo. And they're side by side heading to the start finish line now. Yeah, Buffoon's up to 12. Yeah, so drifting. Here them tyre. Look at Buffoon. It's like, whoa. Marshall 9th. Mutt up to 8th. Vicar chasing B rated. Too fast for you. This is where I think this is where the battle's going to be, because we've got Dark Clark now breaking away with P1. Toby there still got the attention of David Wilson. Come P2 in League 3, so he's showing the guys at the minute what he's made of. You know, he's sticking at it. He's battling with the top 5 at the minute, and yeah, he's loving life. Too fast for you sitting behind. He was in League 2. He won League 2, and he as well is sitting behind Toby, who was in League 1 in the Alpha. So yeah, fair play. They're not letting them get away so quickly, and that's interesting to see. We'll come back to that in a minute. B rated now, putting a bit of a gap between himself and Vicar. Vicar with that half-second penalty, get rid of it next time round. Much slowly closing in. Vicar by a few tenths here and there. With Vicar having that penalty, he's going to basically overtake him. Marshall head down now, focusing, try and close up to the back of Mutt, but all the while behind Fubiki is into the gravel. Not having a great race at the minute. Maybe he's got a bit of, you know, what happened the previous couple of laps. Gets you a little bit, but you know, it's a long way to go. 5 minutes in, 25 minutes to go. Yeah, just play the long game if you can, and then see where you come, sort of like around the 20-minute mark. See if you're happy. If not, you can always do that pit stop for the tyres and come back out. Now, Emo here as well. Buffoon almost off track, but Emo is off track. Up we go. Rob, he's still got attention Buffoon behind, but Marshall's extended that gap quite massively, to be honest with you. So he's happy, and he's just got his head down now, and he is closing up to the rear of Mutt quite fast. So let's make the next lap or two. With your livery, do you think that's what it is? You think that's what it is? His livery? Yeah, he's alright. I just think it's like coming together and whatnot. Just hampered him a little bit, and he's yeah, he's just got to, okay, he's just got to concentrate now. So Buffoon, if you can keep on that grey stuff, it'll be alright. Who's that? I think Scott is building sandcastle. But yeah, he's battling away with Emo. They've got yellow flags. Who's that? Who is that? Is that Mutt? Mutt. Now Mutt's off track. I don't know what happened there. Was there a bit of coming together? I'm not sure. Flash of the lights there from Mutt, so he wasn't happy about something. But you can't do the instant replay. Can't wait till they implement that. So we've got Mutt and Scotty battling it out for that 12th and 13th. And will he get that move done, Mutt? Gain the position? Because I think, yeah, Scotty's on the medium, so he's opting for the slower tyre. But no, Mutt still sit behind. Up we go. Let's have a look at this. Rob Buffoon still battling. Marshall closing up to the back of Vicar now. Vicar in 7th. B rated. No one in front of him, so he's got Vicar behind, quite a way behind, so he ain't got to worry about that. The interesting battle now, I would say, is here. So, let's go. Best drivers. Let's go. So, there I was saying Tommy Concrete got enough of a gap. Dark Clark has got his head down. Now he's like in that rhythm, and he's like, yes, you know, Tommy, you may have had it in qualifications, son, but you're not going to have it in the race. I'm just gonna follow you around the track. You know, when you pit, I may not pit. or I may pit before you and get the jump on him, but who knows? He's closed that gap. It's only a second now where it was 3 seconds. Toby has fallen back now, but he's still got the attention of David in 4th. So David in 4th is, yeah, he's staying with Toby now. Tires, yeah, Toby's are wearing a bit more than David's behind. Too fast for Hughes as well. Too fast for Hughes. He is, I don't think he's pushing it too much. I just think he's taking it nice and steady, in that 5th position, happy at the minute, and maybe playing a bit of a game. What game? I don't know. B rated, just running his own race at the minute. He's got no one behind him. He's got no worry. But going back here, Vicar. Where's Vicar to be rated to Marshall? So Marshall is closing 100%. So Marshall can see Vicar getting bigger and bigger. Back here we go. We've got P1 Rob and Buffoon battling that out. Big Kev. I call him Big Kev. I'm used to calling him Big Kev. Big Kev he's going to be called. Mutt in 11th, trying to recover. Fubiki 12th. Scotty 0.5 second penalty in 13th. And Emo down in 14th position. So he's not liking the DRS. It's not like your Supra, mate. It's a lot different to your Supra. This car is it's a Ford. Anyway, Tommy Concrete, he's pulled that gap again. He's pulled that gap to a 1.1. So it's now 2.2 where it was the second. He's gained that bit of an advantage now. And his tyre wear, his front left, is wearing quite a lot. Yeah, more than Dark Clark behind, actually. They're still going to have to pit anyway, irrespective of, you know, if they want to or not, they got to. There's no ifs and buts about that. Now, Toby, he's still there. Mr. Romelmobile, he's still there, and he's still not letting Toby get away. And Too Fast for Yous has now dropped back by a few tenths. So, Too Fast for Yous, is he just managing this? You know, like I said previously, one hot out in. You know, that's all you got to do technically on a medium tyre. Choice is yours. Pit 26th minute if you want, as long as you get that lap in. You know, not the out, it's got to be the one after. You'll be all right. So going back here, I just seen a bit of a battle end. We've got Marshall now has overtaken Vickers. So Marshall, he's on the charge now. He's on the charge. He's on his pad. Everyone's got their Fanatec or Logitech or whatever wheels they're using, and he's doing good. He's doing good. P1 Rob as well. P1 Rob, he's closing to the back of these two. Vickers off. Be careful when you come back on. Oh, almost took Rob out then, but he kept it nice and sort of a little bit. What am I on about? He kept it on the grey stuff, sort of. Avoided Rob, sort of. No collision. Great one. Mutt in 11th. Yeah, these back runners here, there's no one around them. Scotty. He almost lost that rear of that car. So yeah, Fubiki's off-roading again in that Focus. Yeah, these two. And he's swerving that car, trying to get the dirt off the tyres. They're just struggling a minute. 53 seconds behind the leader. 53 seconds behind the leader. It looks like he's pitted as well. Scotty's going into the pits now, so he'll go probably on the softs. Smoke coming from the tyres, spinning them front wheels, and behind, these two are still at it. They're still at it. Toby and David are still battling for that final podium spot. They're going to pit together, probably. Or maybe not. But then I would say, nah, you'll be alright, James. It's good racing. It's good racing. It's what it is, you know. It's what it is. It's action-packed at the minute, and it's good to see. B-Rate is on his own in 6th, and he's extending that gap from Marshall. Marshall 0.5 second penalty. So picking out these penalties is going to hamper you, you know. Now Rob is going to close up to the rear of Marshall. Probably get that 7th off of Marshall. Look how much he's closed. Look at, you know, he's gained so much time onto the back of Marshall. Marshall, yeah, so penalties ain't going to help. Penalties ain't going to help you. But back here, we missed that move. By me going back, I missed that move. So now Toby's down to 4th. David is attacking 2nd place. So David is on the attack. He's up to 2nd place. Yeah, it's good to have a change, you know. Not to what they used to. That's the thing. It's like going further back, like Emo and that. They're used to the Supra, you know, but they're not in the Supra now. They're in a Ford Focus. So it's adapting as well, and it's trying to adapt from what you used to throughout the season, like GR3, GR4, and then adapting to this. You know, it's completely different, and it just shows that it spices things up. And you got someone like David Wilson, who was in League 3, come 2nd. He is now battling with the League 1 boys. That's what I'm saying. Back in League 3, them few races hampered his championship winning chances, because his main rival back then, who was Big Kev, who is here, who came 1st in League 3, is down in 9th. So it just shows that for him to have that P2 at the minute, yeah, he's still got him behind, but I think he's just managing it well at the minute. I mean, Tommy's got a 10-second lead now, so he's in, like, I don't know where he is. Probably, I don't know. But he's got 10 seconds, so he's got no one to harass him. So he can just run his own race, lift and coast where he wants. They're going to have to pit soon, though. So Dark Clark got that move again, but David Wilson instantly trying to come back at him. So now, would he... and now we've got Toby behind. So Toby is also trying to get this, maybe this 3rd and 2nd. Here we go. These 3 are fighting it, battling it. But all the while, by these 3 battling, that's going to enable Too Fast for Yous to close up. Wilson, look to the inside. Oh, no. Focus. Get back up there if you can. Tyre wear coming into effect now. Just a little bit of moment cost him. Yeah, Tommy's like, he's gone, mate. He's gone. He's like way away, and he's, yeah. So Dark Clark and Toby now, Too Fast for Yous, 4th. With David having that little bit of a moment, he's down to 5th. Yeah, he's Druids now, so yeah, they're just going around bad at 11-second gap, almost 12. Yeah, let's have a gander. So we're gonna go Too Fast for Yous 4th. Now, will he do what Wilson done? Attack 3 and 2, because it looks like now David is not happy with the tyres, especially that front left. Front right's got a little bit more, so now Toby is looking to attack Dark Clark. Oh, and look at that, he almost went for that switchback. Little bit of contact to the rear quarter panel, but you seen it, he went for that out, the out, and then cut in really tight to the apex, try and get that cut onto Dark Clark, but it just didn't work to get the switchback on him. Almost worked, but it didn't. Maybe next time out. But by that sort of an overtake move, it's enabled Too Fast for Yous to close up. So Too Fast for Yous in 4th. But he's battling, and look, 13 seconds behind first place, and then Toby's going for it again in the inside, and he can't get that move done. Now Toby and Too Fast for Yous, Tommy Concrete's in the pits. It looks like all he'll do is change the tyres, and these are coming around now. He's getting the tyres on now. He's opting for fuel. Fair enough. Maybe going for one last push. So now Dark Clark inherits the lead of the race with Toby in 2nd and Too Fast for Yous in 3rd. with David Wilson dropping back a little bit, but Tommy Concrete come out in 5th. Fresher tyres, ain't going to take him too long. He's on a sports medium now. Ain't going to take him too long to get through these guys because their tyres are worn, and he's on some nice fresh donuts. Anyway, B-rated sit. We'll go back to that in a minute. I know it's action-packed, but I've been on that a while. Let's go back to it, actually, because I think they're going to pit end of this lap. First, second, and third. And again, he went for that wider line, the wider entry. Toby, but it didn't quite pay off that time. Yeah, so Dark Clark, too fast for you. David Wilson, Tommy Concrete's probably just going to wait for these guys to pit and then, you know, and then take advantage of that P1 and break away like he did before he pitted. So yeah, David Wilson there knows Tommy Concrete's behind, and these two here still battling it out. Second and first. When are they going to pit? When are they going to pit? Dark Clark runs it off track a little bit. So they're breaking a bit of a counter. I think they're working together. They probably thought to themselves, what's the point in battling, you know? They're trying to help each other out and increase that gap. But they're going to have to pit soon anyway. When, I'm not sure. They're not pitting yet. So they're not pitting yet. So who has pitted is David Wilson. He's going to go on the sports medium, opted for the slower tyre. So B-rated, 6th. Buffoon in 7th. You can see the gap now, so gaps are appearing further back. Emo up to 8th, with Marshall in 9th. P1 Robert 10th, closely behind Marshall. Mutt in 11th. Fubiki in 12th. Second race as well will be reverse grid of this, so slowest at the front and the fastest to the rear. Scotty got on by Vicker there. At the front we go. Toby now, P1, and he's breaking away now from Dark Clark. Too fast to use. He's doing a Dave. He's like, right, I'm Dave, but I'm not Dave. I'm too fast to use, and I'm gonna copy what Dave did and harass you. But this time it's not Toby, it's Clark. So then Clark's like, who are you, Wilson? He's like, no, I'm fast to use. Of that, because David Wilson is down in 5th. So it's like a deja vu sort of thing, but it's different drivers. So yeah, Toby, I think they're going to pit in a minute, because Tommy Concrete, he's go on then, go and pit. He's 9 minutes to go. It's mandatory. They got to pit. It's mandatory. They can't get away with it. They don't pit, and then we've got Jay's watching and probably Dave watching as well, and they're like, yes, we'll disqualify you. Anyone going in the pits? Still not going in the pits. Still not going into the pits. So they're opting to stay out. This is benefiting Tommy Concrete 100%. You know, he's probably laughing in that cockpit, thinking, yes, I got you fellas. But then David Wilson, 15 seconds. He's 19 seconds behind P1. He may inherit third. He may inherit third. Who knows? Yeah, so this has been a close battle throughout, but not with the same drivers. It's been different drivers. And we had David up there at one point. Now we've got Too Fast to Use up there at one point. We've got Toby leading the race. We've got Dark Clark in second. Tommy Concrete in 4th, who was leading before he pitted. Fastest lap, Tommy Concrete, 1:36.041, lap number 6. David Wilson trying to close that gap, but he's losing a few tenths here and there. Buffoon in 6th, B-rated in 7th. Still on his own, still lonely on track. Marshall battling away with P1 Rob 8th and 9th, who will come out on top. I think they both pitted. They're on the sports medium now. Hiya, Sean, you're right. So yeah, Marshall runs it wide. It's all about warming up them sports mediums. They take a while to get up to temperature, and because of that moment, P1 Rob is like, I'll have 8, and he's took 8. So Mutt in 10th, batting away with Fubiki. So Mutt yet to pit. I think Fubiki has pitted. And then Emo in 12th. Scotty, 13th. Having a difficult race, these cars at the back. But yeah, Toby's into the pits. So Too Fast to Use second. Still not pitted. He's going to have no tread on them tyres. He's going to have nothing. It's going to be bare metal. if he stays out any longer. I said like the 25-minute mark, didn't I? You know, 25, 26. Just do that medium stint. 0.5 second penalty from Toby. Bit of an error. Sorry, Tommy. Bit of an error there. We haven't seen that throughout the race, but he's done it. So he's got a 0.5 second penalty. Where is Wilson to Toby? There's Toby going around paddock, exiting paddock. There is Wilson exiting paddock as well. He's only 2.7 seconds behind. Now his tyres are warmer than Toby. Toby just come out of the pits, remember? So his tyres are warmer, so he may have the advantage over Toby, who's in 4th. This is going to be interesting. This ain't over yet. Tommy Concrete, 0.5 second penalty. He'll get rid of that, but he's closed up between 1 and 2, and he knows they haven't pitted. He's pitted, so he's coping in a minute. 15-second lead between him and 4th place, so he'll inherit the lead anyway, Tommy. And then Toby may get that second, but we'll wait and see. Here we go. So Tommy Concrete looking to get by, but he's going to get rid of that penny anyway, so there's no point. So Dark Clark, heavy tyre wear now, fuel flashing, so he's going to have to pit for fuel as well. It's going to cost him even more time, just like Too Fast to Use. So we've got 5 minutes to go. Thereabouts, 5.5. And yeah, it's Dark Clark gonna pit now. They have to. They can't go on. Yeah, Too Fast to Use pitting as well. So they pitted. That now releases Tommy Concrete in the lead. He's loving life in a minute. He might as well just, you know, have a sandwich, have a crisp, have a chocolate bar, or whatever. Have a supper if you want. So Toby's coming around now. These guys are changing their tyres. They're changing their tyres. They're putting that fuel in. So they have no fuel. Toby will go up to 2nd. Where's Wilson? Wilson's there. Oh, so these Toby has come out behind Dark Clark and Too Fast to Use. But again, like I said previously, you know, his tyres are going to be warmer. And as you see there, Dark Clark ran it a bit wide, and they're battling it out. Too Fast to Use in that second. I think Too Fast to Use on the sports medium, Dark Clark sports medium, we're going to have a battle. I think we're going to have like a 5-car battle for the 2nd and 3rd. I can just see that happening. I can see that because David's just there, so he isn't too far away. Now let's go down. Let's see what else. I know there's action, but you know, I've got to give everyone a bit of stream time. B-rated at the pits. P1 Rob breaking away from Buffoon now. Marshall had another. Well, he had that penalty, didn't he? So Marshall had drifted it, almost lost it, but he didn't lose it. He kept with it. Fubiki now up to 10th. Would he inherit that 9th? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that in a minute, Dave. So yeah. Fubiki looking at 9th. Would he get that 9th position after the start of the race? And Emo's behind as well. Emo's not too far behind, but these guys are way behind. Let's go up here. Too Fast to Use, Dark Clark, Toby, and I want to say Wilson because he's there still. He's there. He's not. Yeah, he's like 2 seconds behind 4th, but he's still there and he's still in that contention. Here we go. We've got Dark Clark, Too Fast to Use, banning it out for that 2nd and 3rd. But Toby as well. So they all got slipstream 3rd and 4th, you know. So they're all, look at that Toby. Look how much speed along that start-finish straight. When he looked to the inside, kicking up the grass, kicking up the mud, 0.5 second penny, that's going to hamper him. It's just little errors, you know, which are going to cost him. He may come back, and then that may benefit David Wilson in that 5th. He's 1.6 behind now, and yeah, they're pushing it. They're pushing it to the end. They're pushing it to the end. Too Fast to Use now coming under attack from Dark Clark, who's in 3rd now. He's going to attack, is he? No, he's not. Too Fast for Use, keeping on the great stuff. He is indeed. Dark Clark in 3rd. Toby with that 0.5 second penalty. It's increased to 2 seconds now to David and Toby. Oh, was that Toby? Oh, I thought he went off then. It looked like the car was going off, but he didn't go off. So yeah, 1.7 is going to be around about under a second, because it's half a second around like any track in GT7. It feels like a second. So it feels like you're losing more time than half a second. It's a weird one. It's a weird one, you know. So Toby now, he's going to lose the battle with these for the minute with 2nd and 3rd. But will David benefit from this? No, still 1.7. Still 1.7. Dark Clark ran out of track a little bit there. So Dark Clark with that 0.5 second penalty. It's all happening now. Tommy Concrete still in the lead. He's actually lap vicar. He's lap vicar. So now we are on, I would say, the penultimate lap, or maybe the last lap. Who wants their final podium position? A little bit of contact there between Dark Clark and Too Fast for Yous. That's racing, you know. Robin's racing, as they say. So Dark Clark now looking to attack the back of Toby. But Willie, David has closed that gap between himself and Too Fast for Yous. I think they may have another lap after this. I'm pretty certain they will have another lap after this. So Too Fast for Yous is losing a bit of time now to second and third. The battle's on now for the final two podium positions. I'm not counting out fourth and fifth either, because they got a chance as well. 100% they still got a chance. You know, if these two ever coming together or anything like that, yeah, he'd be starting the final lap now. So he'd be starting the final lap now. Dark Clark's got to get rid of that penalty. He's got to get rid of that penalty. Thank you, Stuart. So he's got to get rid of that penalty. And yeah, that's going to cost him a bit, not a lot. And then will Too Fast for Yous gain that position? He has. Oh, hey. Oh, was that Vicar? Oh, it's Vicar. I thought someone went off. Confused me like Ryan Watkins Glen that time. So here we are. Here we are. Look at this battle. Third, fourth and fifth for the final podium spot. First is secured. It's about these guys now. Toby now has got to keep it on that grey stuff. Here we go. Dark Clark looking to the inside of Too Fast for Yous. Will he get that move done? David Wilson sit behind him fifth. We look for the switchback to the inside of Dark Clark. He's looking for it. Oh, twitching us from the rear of that Clark car from Dark Clark. Like Clark from Clark. What am I on about? So Dark Clark now looking to the inside. Too Fast for Yous runs it a bit wide. We've got finishers already, but I can't shy away from this. I'll go back down to that in a minute. So yeah, this is so close. So 6th Rob, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, Fubiki, 9th, Fubiki, 10th, Marshall. I can't get away from this a minute. Let's go back to this, because this is so close. So they finished, so well done to them. Just a difficult first race, you know. So Tommy Concrete, he's coming around now. The final few corners, I will get him crossing that start-finish line. He will be winner of race number 1 at the Infinity GT Manufacturers Series Season 8 Racer Champions. Back here, yeah, it's David Wilson's still there. So Tommy Concrete, fair play, just dominated this race. Finishes in P1, so many congratulations. Toby there, looks like he's going to be comfortable in second, but Dark Clark running off track. Will David Wilson look to the inside there of Too Fast for Yous and get this fourth? Nope, he's not looking for that inside, but Toby, immense battling throughout this second, third, fourth and fifth, and then David Wilson, Toby in second, Dark Clark in third, Too Fast Yous in fourth, and David Wilson in fifth, Rob 6th, Emo 7th, B-Rated 8th, Fubiki 9th, Marshall 10th, Buffoon 11th, Mutt 12th, Scotty 13th, and Vicar in 14th position. That's race number 1 completed. Jesus Lord, I need a drink. What great racing. Well on Tommy, Toby and Dark Clark. That's the top 3 of race number 1. All in the same livery as well. The Comedy Club, I think, part of that. So yeah, fantastic racing. Yeah, brilliant racing, fantastic racing. I'm trying to keep up with it, you know, plus trying to flip back down just to give people viewing time. But when there's intense battling like that, you don't want to shy away, you know. So I hope I caught enough of that. I think I got the majority of that. It's just brilliant. Now we head on to, thank you for the feedback, fellas in chat. Appreciate it. So now a little bit of a break before we head on to Mount Panorama in the Mustang GR3 with the same tyres, sports soft, sports medium. There's no qualification. It's going to be reverse grid, so the faster guys like Tommy Concrete, Toby, Dark Clark, Too Fast for Yous, Wilson, Rob, etc. I've got to get through the cars that finish like 14th, 13th, 12th. going to be difficult. There's a few spots around Mount Panorama you can do that, but there's not a lot. Yeah, we've got a lot like Mountain Straight and Conrod Straight and stuff like that. Well done, Tommy Concrete. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. I just need a quick drink. Jesus God, so action packed, man. Love it, absolutely love it. It's brilliant. Here we go. Should be changing track in a minute. Yeah. Oh, catch my breath, eh? Jeez Lord. I just love close racing. You know, when it's close and clean, yeah, a little bit of contact, but it's just, that's racing. Rubbing's racing. You know, if you don't have rubbing in racing, there's no racing, you know. I think that a little bit of coming together with Marshall. I think it looked like the barrier. He hit the barrier when he exited the pit lane, but he didn't exit the pit lane. He's actually racing. So yeah, here we go. We're changing track now to Mount Panorama. Thank God that's over. That comment. But yeah, loving this. So Mount Panorama. Come on, like my stream. Come on, you need to like it. Come on, like it. You don't have to. I do this because I like doing it. You don't have to like nothing. You don't have to sub on nothing. Just watch and enjoy the racing. Sandbaggers. Oh God, you love it. You love the banter. That's what it's about. Right, Mount Panorama, reverse grid, no qualification as I said previously. Anyone going out on track? It was just the road. Maybe different Mustang's what I was thinking then. Or is it? Yeah, it must be, yeah. Gotta be. Yeah, anyway, irrespective, Mustang, Ford Mustang, you know, Ford Mustang. It's Ford, it's a Ford event. That's why, you know, you see a Ford Focus and you now see a Ford Mustang. We go to a bit of details around Mount Panorama. It is in Australia. Back in the day, it's a long old track, 3.861 miles long, street circuit. Used to be a public road. Well, it's a public road, sorry, for residents. A lot of events here, supercars, V8 supercars, V8. We're not at Brands Hatch anymore, we're in Australia. G'day, mate. So yeah, V8 supercars. Been racing around here for a long time. Intercontinental GT Challenge as well. 1991 to 94, and 2007 to 2020. The Bathurst Motor Festival as well. Penalties 3 second. Now with the 3 second, that normally is cutting the pit exit line. So yeah, if you cut across the pit exit line, or even entering the pit and the pits, and you cross that line, if it's turned on within the settings itself, you get that 3 second penalty, you know. And if you're in a race and you're in a good position when you pit, and then you come out and you cross that what's it? And you cross that pit exit line, you're gonna get a 3. Now he's up to 4. Imagine that was a race. It'd be like tumbling it down. So yeah, there's a lot of events around Bathurst. What's it? The World Athletics Cross Country Championship. Yes. In 1938 to 1947. So there's a lot going on. Yeah, Wikipedia does help. It is helpful. Gotta admit that. So yeah, just think about the pit entry, the pit exit. They've got to do it all again. 5 and 3. Someone going off track there. Who was that? Scotty. He's from Australia himself, and he should be used to Mount Panorama. Yeah, it's handy tool, that Wikipedia, you know. Hey mate, it's information for the viewers. But yeah, Wikipedia's, you know, if you ever need info, just go and check out that. Buffoon in 6th at the minute, again with the Idle 4 Gaming. So what I was saying previously, David Wilson, who ran the Mustang ran the Mustang in the actual league itself, but not this version. He may be used to how this car handles and how it reacts and whatnot. It seems to be doing alright in a minute for the twisty bits. You're on the wind up now. But yeah, Tommy Concrete, can he do what he done previously around Brands Hatch and dominate? But like I said, he's got to get through. It's not easy as before. You know, he qualified on pole and then break away on pole and then maintain the lead, pitted, come out in fourth. Now he's got to make his way through, you know, with minimal contact, no collisions, nothing like that. And yeah, it's easy to kiss a barrier around there, especially up through as you go uphill for the twisty bits. I mean, if a side contact penalty's on, and then yeah. You has someone put I'll have a look for you now. Yeah, is it? Yeah, there's a spoiler on Mutt. Not that one. I can't see that one. That looks like, to me, that looks like the GR3 model. Yeah, it looks like the actual racing Mustang GR3. I think these are the road versions, aren't they? Yeah, that's or is it? Is it the same boat with a spoiler? Tell by lap time, mate, you know. He sits seconds down, so I would say that's the same car, but with a spoiler. That's what I would say. Same car, but spoiler attached to the rear. It does look like the GR3, the actual GR3 version, but it's not. It's the same as these, but with a spoiler attached to the rear. It's a little bit of one there on Rob. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. Just waiting now. I think kick off at 10. God. Wilson there in P2 at the minute. Tommy Concrete do what he done before. 2 second lead. 2:16.076. Has he still got that on the rear? Comedy Club champion of League One. Yeah, so Raw Melmobile there of Mr. Wilson. Gave a good show last time out around Brands Hatch. Just had a bit of a moment, went off track. Emo, can he change form this race and be up there battling for contention like Mutt as well? He's battling away at the minute with Too Fast to Use, who had a good race at Brands Hatch. Toby, also Scotty. Does he know the track that well? Being Australian himself. Yeah. Vicar, P10. Fubuki P11 at the minute. And Marshall, and yeah, so we're just waiting. While waiting, I'm just going to crack open a drink. My mouth's really dry at the minute. It's real fake, so let's go on in a second. Cameraman there. Don't know what he took a picture of. The car weren't even there when he turned around. Put him in there. Yeah, it should be alright. It should stay how it was in the previous race. We hope. Probably chatting crap, but who knows? It might stay. It should stay the same. To be honest with you, should do. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minute mark, 10 minute mark. Right, he's gone off track, so you don't want to do what he done but previously around Brands Hatch and go off track. You want to keep on the track. Lego Mobile, overtaking Rommel. Hot Wheels. Lightning McQueen, is it? No, that's Cars Darrow. Matt there, in his, is that yellow Mellow on the car. Toby in that comedy club. Rob, he's in, what's that? So look at that. Yeah, nice livery that. Comedy club on that one. Seen that one. Seen that one. Seen that one. Shell. V-Power. Shell. B-rated. Just a plain livery. Out showroom. Clark, Comedy Club. Vicar. Green Bougainville again. And then similar to his Focus is Fubuki. He'd be towards the front, wouldn't he? Yeah, he'd be towards front. Let's see. Right. Should be kicking off in a minute. 1.2 to David Wilson. 217.306. It's only practice. Just showing everyone what they're made of. What's that? 3-second penalty. Is that wall contact or is that pit exit line again? No idea. Have you seen these cameramen around this track? Watch what they do. Watch what they do. They put their camera down as they see the cars. They're not taking a picture of the cars. What was the next gen game? Yeah, don't know what he's looking at. Don't know what you can see over there, mate. Block. Coming around now. Bird watching. Oh god. 13th there, Fubuki. He's coming down. Why are we waiting? 1.2. Tommy Concrete just waiting now for the start of the race. Short rundown to turn number 1 as well. You know, it isn't a massive run to turn 1, so just got to be wary of the start again, because held corners turn number 1 of these Mustangs going into turn 1 all together. Try and be as nice and clean as possible, and just avoid any needless contact, I would say. Right, we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go there. Sorted. I'm ready. Are they ready? I feel like a yogurt, you know. I feel like eating a yogurt. Might eat a yogurt when I'm doing this comp. Here we go. Reverse grid. Oh, turn number 1. Misleading grid. This. It's weird. So then, Vicar, Scotty. They don't do this again. There we go. What is going on there? Where's he gone? Oh, Vicar's gone. So Scotty leading them away to turn number 1. Unfortunately from Vicar, any comings together at the minute. They all go around nice and cleanly. Fubic off track a little bit, and then we've got Tommy Conquer. Be interesting to see the top 3 guys from the previous race, the top 4 guys or 5 trying to break through. Scotty already taking advantage. I don't know what happened to Vicar. He seems to just vanish off the grid. So Scott in the lead at the moment. Mutt in second. With that spoiler help him. So Mutt in second. Buffoon in third. Puff. So yeah, Marshall in fourth. I think he enjoys this track, Marshall. B rated. Almost ran a little bit wide, and he's got Faithless, Emo, and P1 Rob. Emo into the wall a little bit. Rob looking to the inside of Emo. You see that bit of an error, and he's trying to capitalise from that. David Wilson 8th, Dark Clark up to 9th, so he's gained a few positions. Tommy Concrete in 11th still. Toby in 12th, and who's out track? Who's that? Who was that? Someone off track there, and I didn't see who that was. Anyway, back to the race we go. Tommy Concrete up to 10th, Toby in 11th, Fubiki 12th. B-rated it was off the track in 13th position, so he's got to do it all again. Here we go. Scotty 1.3 second gap over Mutt, and then we got Marshall and Buffoon Big Kev, sorry, batting out side by side, and to go down Conrod Straight, and then side by side. No, Buffoon just backs out of it. But he's got the attention of P1 Rob behind in 5th, and then David Wilson already up to 6th. So yeah, could he be one to be looking out for in this race? Don't know. Too early to tell. Buffoon in 4th. Faithless Emo 7th. He's got Dark Clark behind. Where's Tommy Concrete? Tommy Concrete in 9th. Toby as well. Too fast to use in 11th. Fubiki in 12th. He's not happy with these tyres. B-rated in 13th. Unfortunately, we lost Vicar. Now Mutt has closed that gap up. Sports soft there for Scotty, and then sports medium for Mutt. I can remember Mutt being a fan of this track as well. Marshall currently sitting in 3rd, and then Big Kev and P1 Rob and David Wilson battling it out, but Scotty leading them up this hill to the midsection now, the twisty uphill bit. Drifting the rear of that car, kicking out the rear of that car, just keeping it together, but by them little slides, he'll be wearing the tyres out. Mutt almost into the barrier. Marshall just sitting behind Mutt there, but he's gaining time at the same time. And I think he's looking for that early push. Try and get a big enough gap as he can. Big Kev off into the gravel. Easy when he come back on. Emo there coming through. Just had to get on the brakes there just to avoid Big Kev. Dark Clark to 7th. Tommy Concrete following Dark Clark in 8th, and then Toby in 9th. So the comedy club guys are working together at a minute. Too fast to use. Fubiki in 11th. Robin 12th, and then B-rated in 13th. Scotty 2 second gap, so Marshall up to 2nd. Mutt down to 3rd, so Marshall is pushing it, and he's trying to close that gap. Purple sector, you will get out on lap number 2 anyway. David Wilson, he's up to 4th. Emo in 5th, and then Big Kev. We've got a gang of cars behind. We've got Tommy Concrete and Dark Clark battling it out. Easy does it, fellas. Easy does it. Big Kev now going to come under pressure, I would think. These guys battling. They're setting each other up. And then up here, we've got David Wilson, and we've got Mutt battling out. David Wilson up to 3rd as they head to Hell's Corner for the 3rd time. Heavy on the brakes they go. Down to 2nd, and then here we go. Up Mountain Straight. And then, yeah, great battling so far. But Scotty, 3.3 second lead now. So he's pulling away. Purple sector, fastest lap of the minute by Emo, 2:18.822. David Wilson, they're in 3rd. Mutt battling away with Emo in 4th and 5th. So Mutt there in 4th. And who's that? Is that David? So here oh no. Just that clip of the wall, it's costing them. Because Marshall's down to 5th. One error can cost you. He's running in 2nd, now he's down to 5th. So now he's got to repeat what he'd done previously, but this time, they're all clipping that barrier on the inside. 5th. 4th. third. Third, fourth and fifth, banning out now. Emo in the inside. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there. Sent Mutt wide into the gravel. Dark Clark taking avoiding action there. And now they drop downhill. So now Toby is behind Dark Clark. Buffoon in sixth. So Mutt lost a bit of time there for that little bit of contact into the gravel. So now he's got to do all over again. Too Fast for Use in 10th, and he's got Rob behind. Rob just following Too Fast for Use in that 10th position. Rob in 11th. B rated in 12th. Opting for the sports medium, and then Fubuki a further 7 seconds behind in 13th position. Up we go. 4.1 second gap now. Scotty. When it starts settling down, I'll do an onboard lap. Vickers left the room now. So Vickers left the room. Emo up to third. So having a better outing this time out. Brands, they found it a little bit tricky. But this time out around Mount Panorama, they seem to be doing okay. But Tommy Concrete, already on lap number 3, has found himself up to 5th. So he's managed to get through the pack nice and clean by people hitting the barrier or going off track. He's gaining that position. And now he's up to 5th. He's going to battle Marshall now for that 4th. Marshall will not give up so easy. He will fight for position, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Big Kev 6th, Dark Clark 7th, sports medium as well. So he's opting for the faster tyre later on in this race when he pits. Toby there just following Dark Clark in 8th, and then we've got Mutt in 9th, who went off on the previous lap by a little bit of contact. Too Fast to Use in 10th. P1 Rob, Too Fast to Use drifting it. Rob just waiting for that opportunity to go on by. Will he get his 10th now? It looks like he will. He does indeed. So he's in 10th. Too Fast to Use down to 11. B rated in 12th. He's lost more time behind Too Fast to Use, so he's dropping back. He's losing around about a second a lap, if not more, because he went off into the gravel as well. So Scotty now. David has closed that gap a little bit to Scotty. It was 4.1, now it's 3.6. They're both on the sports soft. Emo there as well. Emo not letting David get away so easily, and then Marshall has got the attention of Tommy Concrete, so his attention is drawn to 5th place. So Marshall now wants to try and keep Tommy behind, but down Conrad Straight, I don't think that's going to happen, but it may, because he looked like Marshall got the better exit out of Forest Elbow then, and then Tommy Concrete may get that slipstream. He will get that slipstream, but I don't think he'll have enough. He'll close that gap enough to do the overtake to the inside. He's sort of like looking for it there. Now he thought of it, but no. So yeah, Marshall got the better exit out of Forest Elbow, and he's lost the rear end by clipping the grass. Oh no, that's very unfortunate there for Marshall. Dirt on the tyres now. It's going to hamper him breaking down here. See, it sends the car a little bit wide. Dirt on the tyres. So now he's lost even more time now to Tommy Concrete. Toby there in 6th. Dark Clark in 7th. Mutt in 8th with Robin 9th. Big Kevin 10th. Yeah, so it's gapping already. It's gapping already on lap number 4. Scotty's breaking away. Well, he's not actually, because Wilson has closed that gap. But then Emo has closed up to the rear of David. Here we go, in car. Love it. This is the camera I wanted around Brands Hatch. So here we go. In car now with Emo. There's no engine sound, but there is from Dave. Weird. Here we go. It's back now. Lost engine sound there for a minute. So in car now with Emo. So it gives you a bit of a view of how they're handling this car and how it's sliding on the sports soft. So yeah, it's just keeping it on the grey stuff, and it's tricky, especially around here. You see him lifting off, just dabbing that accelerator off the accelerator completely there, and he's just sitting behind David Wilson, who's in 2nd place. Oh, purple sector there. So he's got a bit quicker this time out. He's passed his car on track for the 2nd sector. And they're dropping downhill now. Scotty isn't too far in front in first, so they can see him. So round Forest elbow now, and I rear that car of David twitches. So yeah, in car there with Emo for a little bit. Tommy Concrete 5 seconds behind Emo. He's in that slipstream as well, Emo, so he may get David before the end of Conrod Straight. Onto the grass. A little bit of dirt on the tyres there on the right hand side. Yeah, brakes, and he hasn't gone off track. He hasn't hit into David Wilson, and Marshall 5th. He's going to have the attention of GTP Toby, who's in 6th position. Sports medium. I mean, they're just going to have a long first stint on these tyres. Dark Clark into the pits now. Dark Clark into the pits. So Dark Clark into the pits on lap number 5. Maybe looking for a jump. He might come out in traffic. That's the thing. He might come out a little bit of traffic. Yeah, I think he will. No other cars are opting to pit in a minute. Big Kev there in 11th position, B rated. Where's Dark Clark? Dark Clark arriving now. There's Big Kev, B rated into the pits as well. Fubiki, he may come out as Dark Clark exits the pits, but anyway, back up we go. David Wilson. So Emo's got past David Wilson. So Email, yeah, gambles on, yeah. Is it the right one? Is it a bit too early? Who knows? Because look at the Sport Soft. They're wearing quite heavy on other cars. He may suffer towards the end. So Emo has got the jump onto David Wilson, but he had to do their first pit stop. Tommy Concrete in 4th on the Sports Medium. He is 8 seconds behind Scotty, who's in P1. So Scotty there in P1. Darkness kicking in now. The darker it gets, the visibility as well. Yeah, looks like it's almost, yeah, headlights are on. Looks like it's almost getting dark out, yeah. Now the sun's going down as well. Yeah, so temperature will drop as well, and then grip levels won't be so high as what they are now. Marshall in 5th. Toby, it's not so frantic how Brands Hatch was, you know, it's quite gappy in places. But Mutt there in 8th, trying to close up to the rear of P1 Rob, who's in 7th position. So P1 Rob in 7th position. Try and break away, but Darkness is falling too fast to use. 6 seconds behind. Big Kev in 10th, Dark Clark in 11th, Fubiki in 12th, and then B rated to the rear in 13th position. Oh, we go Scotty. Toby into the pits now. Where is Dark Clark? He's in 11th. He pitted, so he's on the Sport Soft. He is 46 seconds behind the leader of this race. Toby into the pits now. Dark Clark is there. He's coming around the final corner. Toby just refueling. Would have changed tyres already. Where would he come out, Toby? No, Dark Clark goes on through. Toby's still in that pit box, and he's being released now. Yeah, so Dark Clark's gained a bit of time there, so he's had a good outlap. So he's gained a bit of time there over Toby. Too fast using 8. Who's that? P1 Rob and Mutt still batting closely. And the tyres ain't too bad, you know. Tommy Concrete 8.9, so Scotty's gained a few tenths. But looking behind Emo, he's closed that gap to Scotty. 1.7 seconds now. 1.7 seconds, 1.4. So yeah, all the time he's closing that gap. Dave Wilson in 3rd, just lurking there in 3rd position. Tommy Concrete He's 8.4 behind the leader now, 4.4 behind third place. Marshall in 5th, Lonely 5th now. Peel and Robin 6th. I think a lot of them are trying to look after their tyres, but there's not really no point because you're going to have to pit anyway. I know a lot of them probably want to go as far as possible on these first set of tyres, but as you see down on a Big Kev, his tyres his front right's wearing quite heavily. Dave Wilson in the pits now. So Dave Wilson in the pits and Tommy Concrete in the pits. So it'd be going on the mediums and Tommy Concrete would be going on the faster tyre, which is the Sport Soft. P1 Rob in 6th. Oh, Mutt went off track as he enters the pits there. Too fast to use. Dark Clark. Where's Tommy Concrete? Tommy Concrete there. Too fast to use gone through. Pure Rob's gone through. Scotty has got the attention of Emo. So Emo is closing that gap and he is closing him down quite fast, to be honest with you. Actually, he's lost a bit of time there. So Emo's had a bit of a moment. Get out. Get a drink down. So yeah, Scotty's gaining a bit of time. Look like Emo, and again, he's gone off track again. Darkness falling, the visibility is less, and he's not liking it. He's going off track. Now it's back up to 3.3. Yeah, so, and he's into the barrier. Now he's got damage. Darkness has fallen, and the visibility ain't so great. And yeah, he's struggling. He's got front end damage. His tyres are buggered. He's got no fuel. And yeah, where he was battling closely there with Scotty, now that's hampered him massively. 19 seconds to peel on Rob. Too fast to use. Tommy Concrete, 43 seconds behind. It's all kicking off. Ian behind David Wilson. 5-second penalty. 5-second penalty. So he's out of contention of a podium, or even maybe the top 5 or 6. 5 seconds worth of penalty is massive around a track like this. Dark Clark can see that 5 second and thinking, you take your 5 seconds and I'm going to go on down the road and try and chase a leader down. But up we go. Scotty's in the pits now. Emo's in the pits. Damage is light, so like self-repair as they drive round. P1 Rob's up. He's going into the pits now. So P1 Rob into the pits. Too fast to use. We'll have to pit as well. Tommy Concrete may capital M inherit the lead. Just depends how much fuel they put in. Right about half, I would say, estimate. Right about half. Tommy Concrete, he's coming along the start finish straight now. Has anyone been released? Tommy Concrete inherits the lead of the race. Scotty's, oh, see? Oh, no. 3 seconds. What happened there? Scotty's left the room. Scotty has left the room. What happened there? Wow, that spiced things up. Emo. What happened with Scotty? He seemed to come out the pits, and the car was at a silly angle, and then he just disappeared. Wow, fascinating. So there he was leading the race, going into the pits. I thought he would have come out just behind Tommy Concrete. And he's... Oh, did he lose connection then, Surfer, do you know? He lost connection, did he? Wow. See, when you're battling for the lead, he could just kick you out just like that. It's wrong. They need to sort that out, seriously. It ain't fair. You know what I mean? You spend, what, £70 or whatever Australian dollars he may have spent on it. And it... Oh, well. I mean, the glitching in lobbies has got better. Yeah, it looked like he come out of the pits, the car was at a silly angle, and then it just kicked him out the room. Bit of an odd one. The glitching's improved. Now it seems to be like kicking drivers out the lobby left, right and centre, you know. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. But there's an update coming in there. Is it Thursday? That update probably destroyed the game again, but hey, ain't about updates and that, it's about these guys at this moment in time. By winning the first race around Brands Hatch with 9 minutes to go, well 8 minutes to go, I'd estimate, he is in prime position to take the Champions of Champions event, the title for season 8. But am I speaking too soon? Because Emo, he's sitting in second, but by him winning the first race, he's got one hand on it at the minute, you know. Dark Clark in third, chasing down Emo. Now Emo just needs to concentrate a bit more and try and avoid them barriers, because them barriers, they cost them quite massively. Now Toby, here's this battle again. We had this battle at Brands Hatch, now we got the battle at Mount Panorama. These two battling it out, this time out for 4th and 5th. So yeah, Toby behind David Wilson, gonna go into her own little battle again. Marshall in 6th, having a good outing this time out around Mount Panorama, with P1 Rob in 7th, and then we got Mutt in 8th, closely followed by B Rated. So B Rated has upped it for later in the race, and he's battling. Where's Mutt's gone off track? Mutt went off track straight on at Hell's Corner. The visibility, you know, the visibility affects certain drivers, and he's struggling. It's unfortunate that. B Rated now up to 8th, having a better outing around Mount Panorama. Mutt down to 10th. Bubaki in 11th with Big Kev in 12th. Had a couple of retirements, which is unfortunate. Might not be retirements, might just be disconnections from the race, I don't know. But yeah, we lost Vicker and Scotty. P1 there, Tommy Concrete 7-second lead to take it nice and steady. And then Dark Clark in 2nd position. Got past Emo now, so yeah, he's got past Emo. So they're 1 and 2 at the minute. Dark Clark, but it was actually Toby and Tommy Concrete that were teammates, not Dark Clark, but they're part of the same racing group by the looks of it. Emo flashing the lights. I don't know if anything untoward went on between Emo and Dark Clark, because he is flashing them lights, so I'm unsure what happened. David Wilson in 9th, but he's being followed closely by David Wilson. Is being followed by Toby. He pulls alongside David. Hello mate, how are you? Yes, can't see you mate. So yeah, now he's got that move done over David Wilson. Now he's up to 4th. Now it's David Wilson's turn to try and attack Toby. Toby in that 4th position. Will he come back at him? Oh, he does that. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, like someone like flashing the lights. I instantly thought there was a little bit of an incident or a little bit of coming together, but if that's his way of trying to distract someone, then fair enough. But yeah, not too far to go now. Around about 6 minutes to go. Been a good evening so far. Sorry if I've made any errors or, you know, I ain't been up to scratch or anything like that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And obviously the comments in chat as well. It's been action-packed. Especially Brands Hatch, that was immense. Mutt and 2000 side by side, heading to Hell's Corner. Who will come out on top around here? It looks like Mutt may do it. No, 2000's done it. He kissed his bumper to have that. And yeah, now 2000 will break away now from Mutt. B Rated now sitting behind P1 Raw. When will he make this move? No one behind, so his main focus now is P1 Raw. B Rated for that 7th position. Oh, will he look to the inside? B Rated, he's thinking about it, doesn't do it. No, he doesn't do it. No, he hasn't got that move done yet. So then, up we go. Marshall racing on his own. He's got Rob 5 seconds behind, so he's got no worries at the minute. Just these two having a good battle, their own private battle. B Rated still looking for that opportunity to get past Rob. And as I say that, he smacks into the barrier. What's the barrier done to you, Rob? And there they're going around this fast left-hander. And will B Rated look to the inside? No. Thinks better of it. maybe, come on straight, maybe, into the barrier again, Rob, into the barrier again. Oh, almost collected B rated there, but he didn't collect B rated, so yeah, fair enough. So B rated now up to 7th. Now will Rob look to attack the rear of B rated? We'll come back to this. Down we go. Mutt in 9th. Who is that? Too fast to use. Fubiki up to, well, he's still in 11th. He hasn't moved from 11th. Big Kevin 12th position. Up front we go. Tommy Concrete 10-second gap. So bar and error with less than 4 minutes to go. I'm not going to say it in a minute. Dark Clark there. He's in 2nd. Emo in 3rd. So enjoying it at the minute. Toby in 4th. Can he close that gap up to Emo maybe? Possible. Sports medium there. Emo, Toby, sports soft. Could do. But we'll look at that in a minute. Dark Clark can't catch up to the rear of Tommy Concrete. He's 10.5 seconds up the road. And he's in prime position. Dark Clark there. Emo got past Toby has closed that gap a little bit by half a second to Emo. Now is Toby pushing it for the last couple of minutes of this race to get that 3rd off of Emo. 3.2 seconds separating Toby and Emo. 3.1. We'll come back to that. 5 seconds separating David Wilson and Toby. That time is increasing. Marshall to David 15 seconds, and then Marshall to be rated is 6. Rob to be rated is 2, so that Rob could close up again and maybe attack be rated. And then we've got Mutt to Rob. It's only 2.4. So further down we go. Even Fubiki to Mutt. It's only 3.2 now. And then again 2 seconds. But Big Kev's got a lot to do. 54. So here, I would say on the last lap, they could come into their own little battle. These three here. But up we go. Right then. So Dark Clark. This is a done deal now for Tommy. 12-second gap, 13-second gap. Fast lap of the race, 2:14.833. Dark Clark, Emo and Toby is where it's at, because now Toby has closed that gap to Emo to a 1.6-second gap. This is the last lap showdown between these two. We're on the final lap now. Be rated. Is he out of it? Yeah, you're right. But he's got a little bit in there. He's got a tiny bit in there, hasn't he? Maybe enough to get to the pits. Yeah, he's got a little bit in there to get to the pits. You see the red on the fuel gauge, so he may just sit. Yeah, he's got a little bit, but not enough to get to the end. I mean, he's down to 10th now. Too fast. He's trying to get on by. So B rated. He's probably just going to sit there now. Right then, out we go. Tommy Concrete on the final lap now, by the looks of it. Dark Clark in 2nd. Emo to Toby. Toby is only 2.7. Unless Emo does a major error, yeah. You know, Toby may inherit that there, but I can't see that coming. Yeah, limp home mode from B rated. He's got a little bit, probably just enough to go with that start finish line, you know. So here we go. Tommy Concrete started at the rear and then got through, pitted, jumped cars, and then inherited the lead. But Scotty, unfortunate for Scotty, was leading the race, just disconnected, you know, and it's sad to see. I don't think Toby can catch Emo. He's trying his hardest, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it looks like your champion winner for season 8 of the Infinity GC Manufacturers Series is going to be Tommy Concrete. Great performance this evening. Congratulations to him. But he's your season 8 champions winner. Well done, Tommy. Top drive. Dark Clark. Looks like I grabbed that 2nd spot. So he's coming around now for that P2. Well done, Dark Clark. P2 for Dark Clark. Emo, great race from Emo. Had a few moments, and he's in third. Toby in fourth. David Wilson coming around now. Yeah, just dominated the night, mate. You know, Wilson there, great League 3 for a League 3 driver. He done great this evening. He's in P5. Marshall there, good out for Marshall. Struggled a bit around Brands Hatch, but brought it on in Mount Panorama. He's in P6. So on to Marshall, top drop, mate. Mutt there, close about there with Rob and Fubiki. Mutt in 7th. Well done to Mutt. Robin 8th, Fubiki in 9th, and then Too Fast to Use will be in 10th. We got Big Kev and B Rated there, 11th and 12th. We lost 2 drivers, unfortunately. Too Fast to Use in 10th. But that's it. That's your Champions of Champions event done for season 8. There will be news on season 9 pretty soon. We hope. James is a bit busy at the minute. So wait for news on MRC page. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Yeah, I'll be back for this event in season 9. That's a guarantee. But yeah, well done to everyone that competed throughout all season, League 1, 2 and 3. Everyone that competed, well done to all the winners, well done to all the drivers, well done to everyone this evening. Yeah, thank you, Surfer. Thank you, everyone, for your feedback. Much appreciated. But yeah, well done, guys. Well done. James Harbone, thank you for season 8. Dave as well. Thank you for season 8. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Surfer. I knew what you meant. But yeah, thank you, fellas. Just wait for them to finish. I think we're just waiting for someone to come over. I don't know why. But yeah, that's it. That is it for season 8. Later. Just waiting. Waiting for something. I don't know what. Just seems to like going round and round. She only bird. Madness. But yeah, fellas. Anyway. That's it from me. Well done, Tommy. He's your champion again for the final time. You all take it easy. I've been Idle4 Gaming. I'll catch you in season 9. You all take care. Peace and love. Bye-bye.